Beach Talk Radio.
Lee County Commissioner Ray Sandelli.
I wanted to thank you because when I started on this path from the governor, one of the first things I did was your podcast, and it was a lot of fun. And you asked me questions that made me think about what people wanted.
Beach Talk Radio.
Jim Nickel, I did want to take a moment while I'm here to say thank you very much for your kind words during that election. I didn't have a chance to come up and say thank you right afterwards, and I do appreciate the opportunity to say that.
Beach Talk Radio.
Federal Judge Steve McGuire is here.
Well, first of all, let me say thank you for having me on the show. It's always great to be in Fort Myers Beach, and I'm honored to ask to be a part of such an acclaimed program.
Beach Talk Radio.
Dr. Wayne Edson.
I just want to say, Ed, that I support your show. I think you're providing a great service to Fort Myers Beach. Our local politicians may not always feel that way, but hang in there, because I learned a long time ago, politicians are temporary.
This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Beach Talk Radio. This is episode number 174, coming to you live from Times Square, the public square in Pete's Time Out. Thank you to all our local supporting businesses, our sponsors, Island Oils, Fort Myers Tiki Tours, Mangaritas, State Insurance USA, Sun Palace Vacations, La Ola Restaurant, Tuckaway Cafe, Blue Ribbon Events, Beach Pottery, just re-upped for another 10 weeks. Thanks to Beach Pottery, Shuckers, and of course, our longest running sponsor, Pete's Time Out. Coming up later on in the show, of course, we have movie trivia, and also Jason from Mangaritas is going to join us. There's a little incident that took place here this week. We're going to talk about safety here in the public square. But before we get to our first guest, who you might hear in the background, we want to let you know that we're coming up on 3 years, and 1 year, 3 years for the show, 1 year for the newsletter and the website. And it's all part-time right now. Of course, Kim's long-term goal is to do it full-time so she, can enjoy writing stories and going to the Mound House and going out kayaking with her GoPro on. So in addition to our 3 weekly shows, I want to thank Sharon, or 3 weekly sponsors on the show that we will talk about later on. I want to thank Sharon McIntosh, who contributed $100 this past week. It's people like Sharon that keep us digging for the truth for our newsletter and getting great guests like we're going to have today for the show. And of course, we'd like to grow our circle of supporters. So what we want you to do right now is go to supportbtr.com and support the show today. You can use PayPal, you can use Venmo, or you can drop a check in the mail. So, look at that. It's right on the screen there, supportbtr.com. So do us a favor if you can. If you have a couple of spare bucks, it's whatever the show is worth to you. As Adam Curry said to me last week when I was chatting with him on the phone, he said, whatever the show is worth. Maybe it's worth $5, maybe it's worth $10. It was worth $100 to Sharon. So whatever you think it's worth to you, please support the show so that we can keep going and Kim can retire doing a radio show. All right, everybody, we're going to introduce our first guest now, and he's going to start from down here. Here he comes. You might have seen him on NBC2 News this morning. So we're going to turn the camera this way, and here comes Derick now. How's that for a grand entrance? Thing looks heavy. Very nice, Derick. How about can we get a big hand from the crowd for Derick? Look at that. Live studio audience, Derick. Have a seat. Have a microphone. You sure you want to keep that thing on you the whole time? It looks kind of heavy.
Doesn't matter.
All right, get the mic nice and close.
Okay.
And folks, here's our camera right here, Derick, just so you know which one we're looking at. And
okay, awesome.
Derick Nangle is the tuba player known as Sunny D.
Sunny D.
Sunny D on the beach. And the reason that we wanted to have Derick on was because he's been in a bit of a battle with the town. The town has asked him not to play on the beach anymore, and we're trying to get the word out that Derick's doing a great thing on the beach. NBC2 did a nice story, and one of the things that NBC2 spoke about on the show on their piece, was it last night? It was last night, that you got an email from the town manager. What did that email say?
It was the first one was they just didn't know. It was very hard because it was such a different situation. But they said the biggest thing was the sign.
Okay.
The biggest problem was the sign because the town has a town ordinance against all signs, anything.
Okay. So did you know that as of July 1st, thanks to our great governor, whoever files a complaint against people for violating an ordinance or something like that, it's public knowledge now. So you're allowed to go to town hall and ask who filed the complaint against you if you want to know.
I don't think it was a complaint.
Okay. Well,
it was seen by the beach patrol.
Oh, I see. I thought all the violations were complaint driven on the beach here. So, but that's a whole nother story. I don't want to confuse you.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. So let's talk about, I don't want to touch your tuba because I know how much it's worth to you. So
it's from 1929. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
1929. His tuba's 1929. Tell us the story about how you got the tuba.
I used to do gigs and take lessons in Orlando. When I got into playing jazz on tuba and bass, one of my teachers, Hank was his name, said, man, I have a great horn that would work great for what you're doing. You know, an orchestral tuba really doesn't work for what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I'll sell this to you.
You didn't know that about the orchestral tuba that didn't work for you?
Oh, well.
I mean, come on. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, it did, but it was a horn I was borrowing.
Oh, so. I see. So $1,800 for this lovely tuba. You call it an antique. Right? It's an So you were telling me before the show in the green room here that, by the way, how'd you like the biscuits and gravy?
Oh, biscuits and gravy was great.
Yeah. And the orange juice too, right?
Yeah.
Because it had pulp in it.
Yeah, it was different. It was almost tastes like it was fresh squeezed. It was good.
They're in the back squeezing it. You didn't know that? That's what Terry does every morning. She squeezes orange juice back there. I thought they told you that. Yeah.
That's cool.
So the tuba that you want, the tuba that you're hoping to get someday, costs how much? I mean, I fell off my chair when you told me that.
I'm not hoping to get it. It's just I might need one day, depending on what I do after college. But is like an orchestral level horn, and probably if I find one used, like a good one used or something, it'll probably cost me about $2,500.
$2,500.
Yeah, if I get one brand new, it would cost me like probably $4,000.
$4,000 for a tuba.
But I'm not buying a brand new one.
I think my car cost $4,000. So that's. I mean, you'd have to keep it in bed with you or something. You would never want something like that expensive to get anywhere near being scratched or anything, right?
I have guys. That keep security detectors that work like that do New York City and big cities and stuff. They keep security things down the bell. So if they lose it, they can find it and track it.
I see. So this thing, what is this thing called?
This is a mouthpiece.
Okay, duh.
This is
okay.
Mouthpiece,
what is the thing called on the flute? That's not a mouthpiece, right? What is that thing called? A reed?
No, it is still a mouthpiece.
On a flute?
Yep.
What's the thing with the reed on it?
Oh, that's the plastic part, like for a saxophone.
Oh, that's right.
That's
a
reed.
When I was growing up, my parents were cruel to me. They made me play the clarinet. I mean, I'm a guy. But I'm a guy. You guy playing a clarinet. It's like they're trying to,
Alan Vacher. He was one of the greatest clarinet players alive.
Of course. I mean, I followed him when I was young. What's his name again? Yeah.
Real big guy plays the
Yeah. He was in the Boston Pops, right?
Yeah, and he played in the Jimmy Fallon show and stuff.
Was he in the Boston Pops?
No,
I just made that up. I have no idea.
So, Jimmy Fallon and Saturday Night Live.
When you're growing up a fat kid like I was, you don't want to play the flute. You want to bang on the drums or play a trumpet or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so you're a junior in college at FGCU, right?
Yeah, it'll be my junior recital in the fall.
Right, and so when you graduate, this is a great story, folks. You have to listen to this story. What are you majoring in?
I'm a music therapy major in college.
Music therapy, and why music therapy?
Well, the first reason was there's two major reasons. The first reason is I started playing jazz tuba and Dixieland bands, dance bands, string bass in Orlando, and I've always played for dancers.
Yeah.
So it's like I've seen these old 90 to 101-year-olds get up out of their wheelchair and dance to Charleston.
Right.
Have Parkinson's, dementia, Alzheimer's, all the above, and they can barely move or walk, but they can get up and dance.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second reason is. This is kind of a rough story, but when I was 17, I found out I had a brain tumor. And I had epilepsy my whole life. I didn't realize I had epilepsy until I was 17 because I was having silent seizures, and my grand mal seizures were in my sleep.
Mhm.
And because I had a tumor on my right temporal lobe. And I started, all that would happen when I would have the silent seizures in the day is that I get a vertigo feeling, and I have to go to the bathroom, come out, where am I? And then, found out it was epilepsy, seizures. 20 years old, they decided it's time for surgery. Went to Shands Hospital, got the tumor removed. They were a little scared to do it, but I believe every day the music saved my life about it.
So that's what you want to do. You want to repay that for people that you were telling me a story earlier that the people, some folks can recite music and they can't speak a sentence, or did I screw that up?
Yeah, people, there has been situations where somebody who's got into like a major frontal lobe damage, like broken their skull open from head trauma, gotten major frontal lobe damage, that lose their language and their speech because the frontal lobe and the temporal lobes control your speech and your relay, your input and output.
Yeah.
And that can't talk or form sentences, but when they're sitting in the hospital bed and there's a song playing on the radio, they can sing along to that song on the radio.
It's crazy.
And so now what they use is a form of music therapy called melodic intonation therapy, which is a form of speech pathology. And what they do is they use melodies instead of speech structure to help them relearn language.
Okay. And so when you graduate, I know you want to go to grad school, right? But you could get a job from your degree.
Yeah, after I get my board certification in music therapy, after I do my internship and get my board certification, there's a pretty good hiring rate for what I want to do, especially if I get my certification in neurological music therapy as well, which is that form of speech pathology I was talking about.
So let's say you have to get a job before you get your master's. Who would hire you? Like who hires for something like this?
Nursing homes, hospitals, children's hospitals, homes for the mentally disabled, developmental homes, people with adults with Down syndrome and other developmental disabilities, all sorts of things.
So if let's say you go into a nursing home and there's a conference room and everybody's in the wheelchair or the walker or they're sitting on the couch or whatever, what's your set like? Like what kind of tunes you playing?
I would probably do lobby stuff for group sessions and things like that.
What does that mean, lobby stuff?
So it would be group therapy.
Yeah.
So it'd be with everybody in the nursing home, and it would be it's called individualization in a group setting.
Yeah.
So I would go around to each client.
Got it.
And
in their rooms,
interact and yeah. Well, no,
not in their rooms.
Would all come together in the lobby.
Okay, in the lobby.
Yeah, like in the center of the nursing home.
Did you ever have it where you just broke out into a rap song and they're all getting up doing rap dances? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
I've seen music therapists do that with kids.
Okay. Not with 95-year-olds, not likely to
I'm
do
playing
that.
like Rock Around the Clock and stuff like that. They love
For the kids or for the old people?
For the old people.
Who sang that song? Do you know?
There's a lot of people. That's an old song.
Yeah,
that
it
song
is.
was written in 1922.
By
Fats Waller did it too.
Of course,
it had to be written before that.
I know music. Fats Waller, of course. Yeah. What's your favorite song to play on the tuba?
It just depends. It's like I try to always keep positive things in mind. So it's like I love all kinds of music. So it's like when I was on the news last night, I did Let It Be.
Yeah.
It's like that song just kind of
because it had a kind
heart.
of like a theme, like you want the town to let you be, right?
Exactly.
Leave me alone.
And then I love the old jazz standard On the Sunny Side of the Street.
Have you ever run into the street preacher on the beach there?
Yes, I have.
Oh, what happened?
He's just mean.
Yeah,
that's the best way I can put it.
It's like mean meeting nice on the beach, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's just mean. The only thing I tried to do, because one time I just got sick of him screaming at everybody and me.
Yeah,
I tried to ignore him and let him pass.
He didn't call you like a nasty name or anything, did he?
But he just kept screaming. I'm like, man, it's like you're getting on my nerves. I'm like, do you love Jesus so much?
Yeah.
And I literally, I work for a church on Sunday mornings, and I'm like, man, any place is a house for worship.
Yeah.
And I said, you should be able to worship with me right now. And I played a pitch on the horn.
Yeah.
Put the tuba down and started singing worship music.
Like what song were you singing?
I I knew it was the blood. I knew it was the blood for me. One day when I was lost, he died upon the cross. I knew it was the blood for me.
What did he say when you sang that?
Told me to
him?
shut up.
He did?
Yep.
Oh man, that's
I was
not
like,
right.
no, don't do that. That's not the time and place. Shut up. And I'm like,
Weird.
okay.
Don't you think it's kind of odd? We on the beach or are you in Times Square?
I was on the beach.
Yeah.
It was before he got taken off. I think he can't be on the water anymore.
Oh no, he can go wherever he wants to go for some reason. But anyway,
he's
so what's that?
He's suing.
Yeah.
He's suing town again.
So what was it? What was my next question going to be? So usually I have a sidekick here, but she's on vacation, and so I can't really remember my question. She's not my sidekick. She's the photographer. So you also play the harp, right? Is that what that is, or what is that? Did I miss?
That's a string bass.
Of course, it's a string bass, not a
Bass
harp.
fiddle.
What does a harp look like? It's got a little thing,
harp?
right?
Well,
Yeah,
it just depends on the
forget it.
type of harp. There's a blues harp.
How much does a trumpet cost?
Trumpet.
Yeah, I tried to order one on Amazon, but
You can get a decent student model for like $150, $200.
yeah. What do you mean a student model? Like
It's just they're manufactured, less
I don't want a
quality.
student model, Derek. I want a real model. Come
Well,
on.
like a professional level model horn is probably going to cost you like $2,500, $3,000.
All right, I'll go for the student model. Like, how long would it take me to learn a couple of catchy tunes on the trumpet?
Probably about to learn technique and stuff. That'd probably take about a year.
A year?
Like just to get it to where you have a good sound.
What about how long would it take me to play the Star Spangled Banner? Like to learn to play that?
Well, you'd have to work on all your fundamentals first before you
Yeah,
started even
I
started.
got those down. Oh, you mean on the trumpet?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you mean working out. So a 2-year process, huh? I could be dead by then at my age.
Isn't that
You don't?
that
Do you
old?
recommend the trumpet or maybe a bongo?
I always recommend the harmonica. Actually,
Yeah.
a lot of people know Jerry Fierro here in town.
Who's Jerry?
Jerry Fierro.
Is he the guy that sits in the car in the parking lot and
No,
plays the?
he does a lot of Naples area, but
Mhm.
he did the big harmonica festival with Josh Rowland, the Pitbull of Blues,
Of course.
and they did a big harp fest, and he was the head of that. Jerry is one greatest harmonica player, I think, 1 or 2 years.
Yeah. When my wife drinks wine, she does that with her pinky. She puts her pinky out. Like, ever seen anyone with a microphone
I
do
wasn't
that?
even
What
paying
is it?
attention.
Yeah, okay. So what is your favorite song to play on the tuba?
Like I said, Sunny Side of the Street, Let It Be.
Yeah.
If I want to get funky.
Did I ask the same question twice?
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
sorry. So how do you oil these things? Like, what do you put on those things to keep them?
It's a mix of Vaseline.
Yeah. Just
so-
Vaseline.
It's not just Vaseline. It's a mix. It's water, Vaseline, a couple other things, so it doesn't make you sick if it gets in your mouth. Obviously.
So do you have to clean this thing, or it's probably
Yeah.
got tons of spit inside by now, right? I mean, when you get in
The
there
spit's not bad. It's the salt when I'm on the
beach,
on the beach.
you're
yeah.
telling me there's no spit in there?
There is, but it's more condensation. The water that comes. So these are called spit valves.
Yeah.
Right here.
I
But
gotcha.
most of the water that comes out is because I'm blowing warm air,
Yeah.
and I'm blowing.
No,
warm,
I was going to hold it for you so
Oh,
you could
okay.
do a demo there.
But blowing warm air through most of the time when I bring it out of the house, it's cold on the inside.
These look like dents here, like you dropped them somewhere.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, it's just.
Dude, take care of this thing. It's from the 20s. Why are you dropping it like?
didn't
It's got
drop it.
fungus on there too, or what's
no,
that?
that's oxidation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, oxidation.
Yeah.
So, what do you do to keep it shiny?
Well, you don't because all the lacquer's gone.
Oh, I
like
put
you
my
were-
sticker. I put our sticker on here, and I apologize for that. I thought you were gonna have a shit fit earlier,
No,
and
it's not that big
deservedly
of a
so,
deal.
because I shouldn't have put a sticker on your tuba, but I thought it was funny.
you-
It wasn't funny. I
it's
apologize for that.
better safe than sorry.
Yeah. So the town now, what's going on? Like, what's the next phase of this process? Yeah, I can't believe that people complain. You don't, because you're not stationary. You're always moving.
Mm-hmm.
Are you asking for money, or do you have a
It's
like
just
a
what
tip
my,
jar?
What my sign says, over there. It just
What does it
says
say?
college musician making music for you. Free food to dance, say hello, talk, be generous. It's not begging, and it has my Venmo and my Cash App on
Oh,
it.
okay. So you don't walk around with a little tin can asking for change.
No.
You
And if
people can
wanna
Venmo.
be generous,
That's
they
the right
can
way
be.
to do it. I mean,
If they
Venmo.
They don't come off.
How much have you made in a day? Like, what was your best day?
I really don't like to talk about it.
Well, it's just you and I, and nobody will know. All right. What's your worst day? Like,
Well,
what's an average
I make
day?
anywhere from $50 to $300.
Nice. All Venmo.
No, not Venmo.
Oh.
No, cash and Venmo.
Okay, gotcha. So somebody might come up and stick a couple bucks in your.
Yeah,
Shorts.
or slide it here, or just put it in my
Oh,
hand.
don't they know this is an antique? They shouldn't be doing that. Touching your trombone.
That's fine.
So
It's a tuba.
sorry, the tuba, the sign is really it's the sign's the issue, right? So
Yeah.
we came up with an idea that I think is a great idea. Is you should just get whatever's on the sign on your shirt.
Yep.
Get a nice big shirt, like an overgrown shirt, and have it on your back.
Yeah,
and you don't have
the
to.
sign so people can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Or-
yeah. All right. And do you have a website, Derek?
No, I
He doesn't have a website yet, but maybe we'll build one for him. Here's Derek's sign. This is what I think he got in trouble for walking on the. You know, you don't have to wear the unless you're going to play a ditty. Yeah, you're sweating. You're sweating. So, yeah. Wow. Be careful with that thing. It's an antique. All right. Very nice.
The metal's made so good.
Yeah. Of course, metal back then was made in America, not
If
China.
it was supposed to be gone, it would have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like I always joke, it's from 1929. It's not going anywhere
Right.
anytime soon.
Right. Right. So you're gonna tell us about the sign. Like the sign is. It looks like you made it 10 years ago. It's still.
It just gets beat up by the wind.
Yeah,
The wind off
yeah.
the
How do
water.
you play the tuba and then carry the sign? It's like how many
Right
hands?
hand.
Yeah,
I mean left hand.
yeah. You got it down. You got it down pat.
Yeah.
Very nice. So the sign says, read the sign to our 9 listeners out there.
Yeah, it says college musician making music for you. Feel free to dance, say hi, talk, be generous. And then it's got my Cash App, my Venmo, and my Instagram's on the back.
Nice. So
Derick
sometimes you
Nangle
got to flip it
Music.
around, huh?
Yeah. Derick Nangle Music, DerickNangle, Music, MUSIC. And my stage name everybody loves is Sunny D.
Yeah, Sunny D. How'd you come up with that? Just from walking on the beach in the sun?
No, guys I played with and have gigged with and just played at jams with, to have fun with.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of said, man, it's like you've got such a bursting personality. You're so friendly.
For sure.
It's like sometimes when you're not even playing the right notes, people still love to listen to you.
Do you worry that you don't play the right notes, or
Well, I make mistakes. Everybody
Oh,
does.
do you?
When you're like when I'm improvising on trombone.
do you
and
ever
playing
have somebody
solo,
come up to you and say, "Dude, I would have tipped you, but you made a mistake in that song"? Has anyone ever said that?
Unless they're musicians, they're not going to
Okay.
notice.
Where do you start? Like when you come down to the beach, and how often are you here?
I'm usually just here every Saturday. Sometimes I come out on different days.
You're just here on Saturday.
Yeah.
For how many hours?
Probably usually from 10 to 8, so 10 hours.
And you're starting where? And
I start down by the beach bar.
okay,
I use the parking lot down there.
nice.
Uh,
And you're playing music for 10 hours on the tuba.
Yeah, I take a break and I go and enjoy the water and stuff.
You bring the
once I
tuba
get
in the
tuckered
water
out.
with you, or what do you?
No, I put it back in my car.
Oh, I see. Sorry about that. Okay, so then you get the what's that called again?
A string bass.
Do you get the bass out on the? You can't
I
really
bring
play
that
that
out
on.
at night if I don't want to go home.
I see.
After sunset.
Yeah.
And set up. I used to set up in front of the Mermaid Lounge, but it's closed now.
It is.
Yeah, the Mermaid closed.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's where the margarita thing's going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so they want you to come down to Times Square. I have to be honest with you, it's a great place. And I think what they're trying to ask you to do is get a street performer's permit, right?
Yeah, but the only thing about that is if I want to play the tuba, I'm going to be too loud. And I've got buddies that work right here in Peace
Yeah.
Time Out. I've got the guy, a friend, I forget his name, but he's a really nice guy. He does the reggae music at night.
Yeah.
He's great. I don't want to overplay those
I hear
guys.
what you're saying.
That's just really disrespectful.
Well, you have a different attitude than the street preacher. That's very nice of you to say that. So if you stop carrying the sign, are you free and clear?
That's what they're telling me right now.
So
I'm going to try it today.
Okay.
And see what happens. If the beach patrol comes again, hey, they're telling me you can't still do this. I'm like,
So
okay.
did you get an actual violation sent to you, a warning?
No.
So they gave you a verbal warning.
They gave me
Well,
a
let me
verbal
tell you how
warning.
the process works. You'll get a violation in the mail. So right now you've
The
basically
violation will come with a fine, won't it?
no, you get a warning first. I have
Oh,
some
okay.
history to fill you in on. You get a warning first, and then if they decide that they want to
I
fine
got
you,
a warning via email.
you should get. Well, you might get one in the mail unless they don't know where you live.
They don't know where I live.
Yeah, okay. So maybe that is a warning. So, and then Roger said that if you continue to do that, did he say specifically that if you continue to carry the sign or play the music? What was in that email? I've already
They just
requested the
say
email.
if
So
you continue to violate policy.
I see. He was very vague. Yeah. So did they tell you were violating the noise ordinance because you were too loud?
No, because I was on the water. I was just violating the sign ordinance.
Okay.
They said I'm violating a performing ordinance too,
Performing.
but I'm not. I am. But then it's also freedom of speech.
Yeah.
you know-
It's sketchy down here, freedom of speech. It's not so free. I don't know if you knew that. It's a little
Yeah.
different on the beach. That's a whole nother
But
story. Yeah.
They told Gage, who talked to one of the council members, that just the sign. He's violating.
Yeah,
sign.
it was Bill Veach. Yeah. By the way, Bill Veach he plays a musical instrument, and he played it right here without a permit one day on our show. I don't know if that means anything.
There's Gage too. The guy who's the talker.
Gage.
He was the guy who did the story with me.
Oh yeah, he's the reporter.
Yeah, the reporter.
Yeah. He said what?
He called one of the council members.
Yeah.
And
they said it was the sign.
It was the sign.
Yeah.
Violating sign ordinance.
So I think you should just get. I think if anybody donated to our PayPal account, the first $100 we're going to give to you for your shirts.
Love you guys.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to contribute to that website on our page right now, we're going to give Derick the first $100 to get the shirt. I'm guessing it's not going to cost $100, but consider the rest a tip from our audience for what you do.
It'll help me pay to get that thing cleaned and rolled out the tuba.
Oh yeah, get some of that spit out of there. That spittle.
I'm gonna get it acid cleaned, which is like $90.
Yeah. $90 to get acid cleaned.
To get it acid cleaned, and they roll the dents out.
Listen, if we donate the $100, will you put the sticker back on it? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, cut the crap. Really? Maybe put it on your back. On the shirt.
Yeah, I'll put it on the shirt.
Nice. Great idea. See, we'll co-market each other.
Yeah.
So you're going back out today, right?
Yeah, probably.
Are you
I'll
gonna
probably go enjoy the water for a little bit.
Yeah. You're sweating like crazy. Did you bring a change of clothes or something, or bathing suit or
I bought
something?
a bathing suit.
Yeah, I imagine you like to take your shirt off and get out in the water and just
take a nap.
Take a nap in the water.
I've done it before.
You know, that water's wicked hot out there. You don't get to cool off.
It was cold last night.
It was.
Yeah.
What were you doing out there last night?
Just walking.
Yeah. You so you're going to be graduating next year.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It just depends on how my credit hours
Yeah.
go.
You're taking 8 classes.
Yeah.
I took 8 classes in 2 years when I went to college. How do you manage all that? That's a lot of work.
It's hard being a music when it comes to the music department.
Yeah.
Because I've only got 13 credit hours.
Yeah.
And I'm taking 11 classes. So
Holy moly.
I'm taking hour and a half classes 3 days a week.
So when you guys go to, do you have
hour.
music class?
Yes.
How many performers in the class?
In the ensembles, like when it comes to the orchestral ensembles and the band ensembles, it's like in the band ensemble I'm in, I think there's probably about 30 or 40 members.
Wow. Like what are you playing like classical music? Or are you playing
classical?
You playing big band stuff?
There is a jazz band, but because my primary is tuba, I have to be in a symphonic group.
Okay, I think I knew that. Yeah. But remind me why.
It's just every music major has to have one ensemble a semester.
Yeah.
That's on their primary instrument.
So
primary in college?
Do you get to do a solo?
Yes, that's what my junior recital is going to be. I'm going to be playing its classical.
What song is going to be your solo song?
No idea yet.
Oh, it's kind of like a pop quiz. Do they say just?
Well, no, my private instructor is going to give it to me when we start in August.
Yeah.
When I go back to doing lessons with him.
Who's your private instructor?
Aaron McCullough.
Yeah. What does he play?
Tuba.
He does.
Yeah, he is the tuba player for the Naples Phil.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
We like to go to Naples. It's the Philharmonic, right?
Yeah,
we like to go down there every once in a while, enjoy the music. When was the last time you went?
I haven't seen him since I moved here.
Oh, you haven't gone down there?
Not in a while.
Yeah.
Well, I go down to Naples, but I go down there to play. And it's
on the beach? Or on 5th Street?
No, in the bars, restaurants.
They let you just walk in and
no, I play with some of the bands. That are
cool.
Yeah, I get gigs. I play for.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How much you get a gig if you go down to
around here? It's lower than Orlando. Probably about $100 a show.
That's not bad, right?
Yeah,
that's better than a kick in the teeth. What are you playing?
Orlando's like 200, 300 a show.
Wow, how many hours are you playing?
2 or 3.
Very nice, and you get breaks too, right? And probably free beer.
For 3 hours, usually 1 break.
Yeah.
For 4 hours, it's usually 2.
So your health is good though, right? You got all your tumor stuff taken care of, right?
I haven't had a seizure in 5 years.
No kidding. Wow, that's awesome. So the other thing I need to remind you of is, you might not know this, if a code enforcement officer asks you for your ID, your answer is what?
No.
No, they don't. You don't have to give them your ID.
Okay, I know now. I gave it to him the first time.
Oh, you did give it to them. What were you thinking?
I didn't know.
They don't really have that much power.
Well,
unless did they make you sign something?
No.
Okay, never sign anything.
Okay.
All right, and don't give me your ID. Just tell me you're Bart Simpson or Ed Ryan or something like that. Greg Skasny.
I don't have it on me or something.
Yeah, you say, listen, I'm playing the tuba. I don't have my ID.
Car,
yeah, it's in my. No, don't say that, because they'll say, let's go back to your car. And
they're not going to follow me that far to my car.
If they're bored, they might. See them behind us now. They're going to take pictures of me because I'm really not supposed to be out here. They say.
but it's a public square. So you'll be out there today. You're not going to get in trouble. Is he taking pictures behind my back?
Oh, no, he's not.
Okay, just kept going.
Yeah.
All right. Just if you Warren and I just keep an eye on him, see if he's going to take pictures. Let me know. I mean, it doesn't matter. So what's your set list today? What are you going to play?
Oh, you want to hear the upright? You want to hear the tuba again, or I can sing a couple Beatles songs, some blues.
No, I meant when you go out on the beach. What are you going to play?
Oh, when I go out on the beach,
Yeah.
you know, I'm going to play some funky grooves, New Orleans groove. You know, get people's booty shaking like they're partying on Mardi Gras.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah,
What's the party booty shaking Mardi Gras song?
Man, I play stuff like Mardi Gras Mambo.
You on the tuba?
I play the yeah.
All right, I got to hear that. Let's hear that song before.
Well, I just play funk.
Oh,
I
you-
play the grooves.
Okay.
I don't play the melodies themselves, but I can play some tunes like Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. That's really funky.
Who sings that song? Mercy,
The
Mercy.
Buckinghams used to do
Of
it.
course, the Buckinghams. I think I have the
It was
45.
It was
of the Buckinghams.
originally. It's they just wrote words to it.
Uh-huh.
And did it over. It was originally written by Joe Zabido, I think, Cannonball Adderley's piano player.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Everybody knows that piano player. So when you're walking by, what's the reaction from the people? Like they they happy to hear you? It's, they tell you to stop there and,
Yeah,
and
some people
play them a ditty.
Play me something I know.
Nice.
You know, like
you take requests.
if I can figure it out in my head.
Yeah.
You know, like I try to do. I probably know one tune in every style for the most part. Like
Right.
country music, I do Boot Scootin' Boogie, the melody on tuba.
Let's see who sings that
Brooks
one.
and
That's
Dunn.
what I was going to guess that.
Yeah.
You're too
Out in
fast to the
country
draw.
Past the city limit sign, there's a honky tonk on the county line.
We could be a pair when I get the trumpet going and get my lessons
I
going
sing
a
it and
couple
do
of
it on
years.
upright too.
Yeah, what?
I sing it and do it on the upright bass too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, do you have to ever say to somebody, "Geez, I can't play that on the tuba, but I can play it on the bass, so I got to run back to my car, grab the bass."
Well, I don't run back and get it. I just tell them, hey, I can't do it on this instrument.
Ah,
It's hard
gotcha.
because you
Gotcha.
wouldn't
Do you
recognize
know
it.
any Jimmy Buffett songs?
No, not really.
Oh, come on, man! It's gonna be Margaritaville down here. You're gonna have to learn a couple.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, you never know. You might get a gig there.
Yeah, I do. I love my Beatles. You know, I do the
Yeah.
Beatles. I do the Who.
The Who?
Mama's got a squeeze box. She wears
Oh,
on
that's
her
a short.
chest.
That's like a 3-minuter.
Yeah.
You don't play any of the longer Who songs because
No.
they get some like Tommy.
Yeah,
you
because
know.
they have a lot of solos in there.
Yeah, and
So-
which one?
And a
Tommy?
lot of the Who songs.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
What is the most rock and roll song you play? Like any Metallica or some
No,
Iron
nothing
Maiden?
Like that. No, I,
I mean,
don't do that hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, how would you really jam out
Yeah, it would
something
be
like
hard.
Iron Maiden on a tuba? Yeah. Oh man, this was a lot of fun. So I hope we helped you out with some information, and I hope the folks over there enjoy your stuff. And I have your card, so if anyone wants to get in touch with, did we miss anything, or do you want to? I'd like you to play one song before you left.
Yeah, you want me to play the tuba? You want me to play the bass?
Yeah. I don't know. What?
You want me to sing something?
No, you sang enough. How about the bass? We haven't heard the bass yet, so.
I sing and play the bass.
Oh, excellent. So he's going to sing and play the bass. Derick Nangle, everybody. He is going to be on the beach today. And if you're out on the beach today, you're going to be able to see him. And what? Don't run any of the people over, Derick. Be careful. All right. So do you have one of those? Do you need one of those thingamajigs where you go with the oh, no, that's a violin. Okay, here we go. Well, you're not on the camera. Hold on now. I got to change the camera. What song? What song are you playing, by the way?
I was just playing the groove. I'm about to sing it. You want to hear beat? You want me to play Beatles? You want me to play?
You play your favorite song. I got another microphone here, so I'm going to be able to do this and like professionally. You're going to sound great.
Okay.
Pick your song and let it rip.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well,
Derick Nangle, everybody.
Let's look back to New Orleans. Some Iko Iko. My grandma, your grandma was sitting on the bayou. My grandma said to your grandma, I'm gonna set your leg on fire. But hey now, Iko on day. Jack Muffina and I said Jack Muffina ne. See that king all dressed in red. Iko on day. Bet you $5 he'll shoot you dead. Jack Muffina ne. I'll come by hey now, Iko on day. Jack Muffina and I ne. Jack Muffina ne. Zoom zap zip zap zip zip zoom 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 bay. Skip it up zip bop leave up beep bop leave up bay. Iko on day. Jack Muffina and I ne. Jack Muffina ne. Jack Muffina ne. Jack Muffina ne.
How about a big hand, everybody? Very nice, Derick. Wow, that was awesome. Got a big hand from the crowd here. You got a big hand from our artificial audience at home. That was very nice. Awesome. So, folks, if you head out on the beach, you're going to see Derick today. He's going to be out there walking up and down from the beach bar to I don't know how far he walks down, but that's one talented man right there. So hopefully you guys have contributed a little money to our fund there, and the first $100 is going to go to Derick so we can get him a nice T-shirt that has his signage information on it. So, Derick, anything else you want to say to all your fans out there? I think you made a few fans today, Derick. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, man, that is awesome. Hopefully I'm going to invest in a PA system soon. Like great Ed's got here. I actually love the mixing board and everything you've got. And so you got to teach me how to use the tech.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And so next is getting equipment, maybe doing solo shows, sitting with keyboard, big bass, trombone, more singing.
Very nice. You see, now look at this. Turn around here. Look at. See that? Look at that, everybody.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you very much. Just keep that on the QT here because we're breaking some rules here in the Times Square. So thank you. That was nice. That was awesome. So you're heading out on the beach now, right? So where are they going to see you? Where are you going to be?
I'm probably going to walk from here at the from the fishing pier, probably down to beach bar, back. Depending if there's people that want to listen, I might walk towards Pink Shell. Depends on how my legs feel.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it. Good luck and keep in touch. And folks, if you don't get to see Derick here today, you can watch NBC. They did a nice story on him, and that's on the NBC2.com website.
On the ABC one too.
ABC. Okay, is that owned by the same company?
I think so.
That doesn't seem right. They should be able to own two
I think
TV
it's streamed
stations.
on both.
All right, very nice. All right, Derick, thanks a lot for coming down. We appreciate your time. All right, everybody, say goodbye to Derick. He did a great job today. All right, Derick, take care. Good luck today out there. I'm sorry?
I said I forget where the camera is.
Oh, yeah. All right, Derick, just be careful that you don't knock anybody over here with your stuff. So thanks a lot. Have a great day, and I'll see you out there on the beach. All right, everybody, we need to tell you a little bit about some of our sponsors right now, including, I'm going to read the wife's ad, unless she, there she is. I want to see if she has anything to say. I don't know if she can. The Wi-Fi connection out in Utah is, harmonica. What are you doing? What's that all about then?
So my uncle handed me this harmonica, so I was trying to get your attention so I could play with Derick.
I don't know if anyone can hear you. I can't hear you, but that's probably on my end. It's always on my end. Let me take care of this. Let me take care of the sponsors first, and then we'll see if we can hear the harmonica. All right, everybody. Fort Myers Tiki Tours. They are located right here on Fort Myers Beach, 239-887-0042. Nice shirt, wife. Sunset Tours, Dolphin Cruises, birthday parties. Oh, you do here. Oh, you look at your dad's watching. All right, hold on. We'll put you on in a second. Let me finish. Unless you want to do music below the ad here. Of course, they're located behind Parrot Key at Key Caribbean Grill. You can go online and you can order online. FortMyersTikiTours.com, and that's FTMyersTikiTours.com. A private boat for up to 4 people for $119.99, and also 6 people $179.99, and that's total per boat, not per person. And it's bring your own beer, any drinks or food. They supply the U.S. Coast Guard captain. Your cooler and ice will also be there. It's the Fort Myers Tiki Tours, 239-887-0042. And, of course, this hot weather, this heat and humidity means one thing. It means bugs, and more bugs. Even when you're out in Utah, there are bugs. So you have to make sure you take care of the bugs. And you can't kill the bugs with a slingshot like you can the turkeys out in Utah. So you're going to need bug spray. Better yet, you're going to need a Don't Itch It. It's all natural insect spray. It's made with 100% essential oils. It's DEET-free, no water added, no chemicals, and no synthetics. It smells simply amazing. In addition to going online at islandoilsllc.com, you can go to don'titchit.com. You can also buy it at the Bait and Wait, at the Snook Hut Bait and Tackle, at For Goodness Sake, and at the Lighthouse Island Resort. And kill those no-see-ums, kill those bugs, kill those flies, the iguanas, the big snakes, the rats, anything. Just spray it a little bit on them, and you'll take care of them. It's don'titchit.com, islandoilsllc.com, and we appreciate them being a sponsor. All right, wife, let's see. Let's put you up there and see if we can hear anything. Go ahead. Play away with your little harmonica.
Derick, That's
Nobody
all
can
I
see
got.
me. That was the problem.
That's all I
don't
got.
think that's a problem. I think people are
I
fine
know,
with
we
that. But
can't
go
see
right
you.
ahead.
So, can you see?
Can anybody hear
Jeff
her?
wants to say hello. He's got the hat on.
Yep. Free
Oh,
hat.
there's
I
Uncle
love
Jeff.
it.
Nice hat, Uncle Jeff. Nice hat. Kim is in Utah. Let's hear a little song, dear. Let's hear a little song.
There you go. That's what I got. And I learned that while I was standing out here waiting for you. Can you hear me now?
Are you there? There, I can hear you now. Did you play a song for the audience?
I did. I played a little song for the audience.
Can you play Happy
didn't ask,
Birthday?
how long has he been? No, it wasn't Happy Birthday. It was something I wrote while I was out here inspired by the mountains and the nature.
How about that Derick Nangle guy? How about that song?
I love that he's going to be a music therapist. I work with a fantastic music therapist, so I can't wait for him to join the field. He's going to be amazing.
You're always so positive. It's always sunshine with you. That's so nice that, sunshine with you and the moon with me. So it works. It comes out in the wash, doesn't it?
My
frozen.
uncle doesn't think you did him any favors, though. He's afraid you
Really?
might have damaged his reputation.
I did with this. You mean with the slingshot? Because he really wasn't killing the turkeys with the slingshot. It was all for show.
No, not Jeff's reputation, Derick's reputation.
Oh, well, okay. That's probably true. He was a good sport, though. And you weren't here to tell me not to ask him questions about how much money he made.
I was losing it on this side. I was waving like a lunatic to try to get your attention.
All right, I got to let you go because your internet sucks out there. Tell him to get some Wi-Fi, will you, for crying out loud? All right, Jeff, don't kill any turkeys, man. Let them live. Let them live. All right, everybody, joining us now, Jason Ingram from next door at Margaritas. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, good. We got our. Wait, let me make sure you're in full view of the audience here. What'd you think of Derick, man? That kid's amazing.
Good kid. Yeah. He's. I see him out on the beach all the time, walking back and forth. I think how heavy that tuba's got to be to carry around on when it's 100 degrees out.
Dude, here's the other thing about that impresses me. Here you have a kid that is busting his ass and trying to scrape enough money to whatever. He lives on campus. He said he's paying $750 a month in rent. He's by himself in town, and he's trying to get through college. And you got people giving him grief. The government, of course, giving him grief. Where he's not even walking around with a tin can or something. It's all through Venmo. It was nice for the customer at Pete's to come over and hand him a $20 bill. And it's just, here you have somebody that's out there, and I know there are rules and all that, and maybe if he stops with the sign, everything will be fine. But the people are enjoying it as opposed to the crackpot that's down here in Times Square, just annoying the crap out of people. At least he's got common sense too. When people say, "Hey, it's a little too loud," he stops and he walks on.
Correct.
Which is different than the preacher guy. But I got off subject there.
Yeah. I mean, I just handed him $100 too, so hopefully he can
Nice.
get his tuba polished up or whatever he needs to do. So.
That thing's from like 1928,
Yeah, that's
man.
crazy.
I put my sticker on it just as a joke, and I thought he was going to kill me. My wife would have killed me for sure. So let's talk about Times Square for a little bit. A scary incident here the other night,
Yes.
and luckily you have a male that works for you. You work the morning shift, and your wife comes in. You guys, speaking of busting your ass, you guys are there 24/7 for as long as you're open. And some crazy person. What can you tell us as much as you want to tell us about what happened?
So we were closed at that point in time. It was about 10 till 12. My staff was cleaning up. I was at home. My wife calls and says, "Someone's here with a knife," and click, it hangs up. So I'm, of course, thinking the worst is happening at the restaurant. So I get in my vehicle and take off and get here in about 10 minutes. And when I got here, the police had already arrived and had to, for lack of better terms, gentleman, lady, whatever it identifies as, but was in custody already. When we went back on camera, one of my servers had already left, and she came running back into the building in this person was chasing her and began to pull on our door that was not locked. So my one server, Alyssa, and Alex grabbed the door, tried to lock it, couldn't get it locked. It gained entry into the building and started to attack, hit my server, Alyssa, and then started to attack Alex. Luckily, Alex was able to subdue the person, and with the help of one of the bystanders, they were able to, after about 10 minutes of fighting this person and trying to get them to stay on the ground, they were able to put some zip ties over its hands until the police got here. But very scary situation. If Alex wouldn't have been there, it would not have turned out well for my wife and my female staff there, that's for sure. So, you know, the person was definitely on some kind of drugs, PCP, something. I mean, bath salts, whatever it may have been. They were crazy. It never said one word, just growled and yelled the whole time. Wasn't a good situation.
So really, your server's walking home, and it's so dark in Times Square at night. It's. I understand the turtle thing, but here we have a classic example of, you know, the people are put at risk because the lights are out. There are no lights in Times Square at night. And there have been other people. Joy has been screaming at me to say something about it for the longest time, that it's dangerous at night here because it's so dark. And the thing that's weird is that the parking, it looks like the Lynn Hall parking lot lights, which the county owns, are on.
Yes, they are. They are on. They're on every night. You've got to weigh out the pros and cons of this turtle situation. I mean, we're trying to save two turtles. Number one, turtles have been here for millions of years. They're not stupid enough to build a nest at the pier in Times Square. They're building their nest where there's not as many people on this island. They're not as dumb as we are. So for us to have to not have lights on to protect the likelihoods of two sea turtles living to adulthood at the expense of thousands of visitors here on Fort Myers Beach, that's not acceptable to me. So as soon as I can, I'll have my lights back on. I'm having new ones installed, whether they be turtle friendly or not. Maybe I'll put a sign up and tell the turtles not to look at them, maybe.
So the other thing is that the police, now there have been debating at town council about community police officers. Did you think from the response time that the police officers were on the island?
No, they couldn't have been on the island. I live probably in normal traffic, 15 to 20 minutes. Just so happened that time of night, I hit every light green on the way here and got here in about 10 or 11 minutes. Their response time was about 12 minutes. So they couldn't have been on island. If they were clear at the south end of the island. So, you know, we all have staff here, and we all close here on Times Square sometime between 10:30, 11 o'clock at night for most part. And all of our staff is leaving here with cash in their hands. And there should really be a presence here, maybe at the 7-Eleven. So it's a halfway point between maybe Lonnie Kai and the Times Square area, so that the police can respond within 2 minutes. It's just not a good situation having all these servers walk around and us businesses closing, doing their end of night closings with all this money floating around on certain days, especially in season when you're making, you know, a lot more money. And it's not season, you don't have a whole lot of cash in your business, but it's just not safe to have to wait 13 minutes for someone to respond to an emergency.
And so everybody's okay at your place, right?
That's
I mean,
correct, yes.
Other than being, I'm sure they were scared shitless because it's a crazy person.
Totally
You
crazy.
have a crazy person. I shouldn't say that. I don't know if he's certifiably crazy, but it kind of looked crazy from the description of what went on.
Yes.
You have a man dressed like a woman chasing your server into the restaurant for no apparent reason, other than it seems like he's lost his mind.
Correct.
And luckily your guy was working there. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, hopefully everybody has a male working. Just
yes.
I mean, I don't mean to be male chauvinist, but a man can overpower a woman. Maybe not every woman, but a walk back to the car could be trouble.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, it took both my server and a bystander to subdue this person. You know, and at that point, when they first came in the building, they thought it was a woman until, you know, it got on the ground, and then it was apparent that it wasn't a woman anymore. But yes, it's not a good thing for any of these businesses in the area not to have a male on staff, just simply because the presence of a male may deter some people.
Yeah. So again, back to the debate over the community policing. It costs about $240,000 for 2 officers, which is what they've been debating. And as they're debating it, more incidents happen. You've had 2 that I know of. This one from the other night, and the homeless person that almost set your place on fire because it was cold. And I say that with kind of joking because we live in Florida. I mean,
Correct.
How cold can it be? You need to start a fire,
Right?
And then you have a couple of shootings, and you had a shooting in the parking lot. I don't know, nobody even knows what the hell happened with that thing. It was just somebody shot into the sign, and the whole story was crazy. And then they're debating whether or not you should have 2 community police officers when Bonita has 24, some crazy number like that. It just seems like there's no debate anymore. When they go back to meeting in August, it should be like one of the first things they put in the budget.
Yeah, I would imagine it should be priority to take care of that. And not that this is a dangerous place to be. This is a very safe beach. We're from Pennsylvania, used to go to Ocean City, Maryland, and that place is just crazy compared to what it is here. So this is a very safe beach to come to. You have these, incidents that happen maybe once a month. But if the police were here, it may deter those once a month, maybe becomes once every other month that we have someone that acts out or lashes out inappropriately. But just having their presence here, I saw a Lee County officer this morning walking by, and just having that presence gives people a peace of mind while they're on vacation.
And I know you can't have the 4th of July kind of coverage that we had, and there was certainly, it seemed like they were sending a message that it wasn't going to be a Memorial Day, and they were everywhere on the 4th of July.
They were everywhere. They were on the roof of the Dairy Queen. They stopped by almost every business I saw. Most of the officers stopped by. Just say hello to the servers and the staff at most of the businesses. So the Lee County police officers do a great job when they're here. We just need them here more.
Right. Anything else about the safety of the beach that you want to talk about that we might have missed?
I mean, besides the fact that we need to really take into account the pedestrian safety out here also. We have Old San Carlos over here where folks can cross. There's just some stop signs. There's really no thing that tells people when they can cross the street, and that's becoming an issue. And that's why the traffic bottlenecks up through the bridge is because we have the pedestrian traffic we have to deal with. I'm crossing the street. You're 20 feet behind me. People have to stop for me. Then they have to stop for you, and it just becomes a snarled issue. But that should be addressed even the whole way down. Every crosswalk should have flashing lights at it. You hit that button as you're going to go across. That way it alerts folks. Most people, unfortunately, aren't paying too good attention in their cars to where they're going.
Right. That area, I know that John Goggin from the Public Safety Committee has been yelling from the rooftops that there are going to be too many crosswalks when this whole thing is done, because I think the state kind of is just saying this is the way it's going to be. And John's approach to it, I believe, is so right. The limited number of crosswalks that you can have when you're trying to get people to cross, I mean, make them wait so the traffic, because people complain about the traffic more than anything. So if you've got to wait 5 minutes because you're standing there, I mean, tough toenails. I mean,
you're at the beach, enjoy it. That's why you can.
Right now, you're right though, and you can't really blame the pedestrians because they don't really know. They're like, okay, well, there's nothing here. I got cross, and then you're crossing, that guy's crossing, and the people in the cars are like trying to be nice.
Correct.
So they're stopping to let the pedestrians cross. Meanwhile, the traffic is backing up all the way to Beach Pottery.
Yeah.
Little free plug there. So we'll see what happens. I know that's coming up. That's coming up in the next year or two too. That foot of the bridge is going to be completely different than it is now.
Correct. Yeah. And then unfortunately they're putting a crosswalk at the foot of that bridge based on the last concepts that I saw, which is a horrible idea.
Well, where do you think the best place to cross would be?
Well, it looks like when they change this whole traffic pattern, probably up past where Sunset Beach's parking lot is, would be a great spot to cross. And then of course it's San Carlos down here, but they definitely need lights that tell the pedestrians when to walk across, so that there's some form of a time frame of when you can cross that.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just not working.
When they have the officer there, I think that helps because
does help.
he's making people wait and
That's
keeping
correct.
the traffic going. But I mean, they can't be there all the time. That's
No.
that's a
That's a
worthless
waste
job.
of resources. Yeah.
Unless it's a voice person or something like that.
Correct.
That's not an officer that they really need for the crime. So. All right, man. Well, thanks very
Well,
much
thank
for
you.
coming on. I'm glad everybody's safe over
Yes,
there and that
absolutely.
your wife is okay and that
Yep.
the crazy man, right?
Yeah.
Is behind bars.
Whatever it identifies as.
Yeah. All right. Thanks,
All right,
Jason.
thank you.
See you soon,
Have a
man.
good one.
All right. Mangaritas, everybody. Of course, one of our sponsors here in Times Square. And we have 2 tickets to the Beach Theater to give away. So get your pens out, and we're going to pick the 99th caller to answer this question. Of course, I'm kidding. Whoever types the answer in first is going to win 2 tickets to the Beach Theater. And the theme, the movie that we're going to talk about is Space Jam. Space Jam, it's getting horrible reviews, and I'm so glad for that because I just can't stand LeBron James. All he does is talk about himself all the time. I'm so glad that the movie's a bomb. But let's give away tickets. Go see the movie at the Beach Theater, and you decide if it's a bomb for yourself. Oh, wait, there goes the question. Flying away. I got it. Don't worry. I'm okay. Okay. All right, everybody, here we go. Here's the question. Someone's going to pull my chair out. All right. A new legacy is out this week starring LeBron James of the Cleveland Browns and all of your Looney Tune friends. Which NBA All-Star player starred in the 1996 version of Space Jam? The first person to type in the winning answer will win 2 tickets to the Beach Theater. If you go to our website right now, beachtalkradionews.com, you will see what movies started yesterday because every Friday they reset all the movies. Okay, I'm going to let all those commercials that I already read fly away. And I'm going to tell you about our last commercial. That is right, Lana. Oh, Chad got it first, but Chad, let's see, Alyssa. Okay, Alyssa, make sure I think Alyssa was first. Alyssa, make sure you reach out to me, private message me so I can make sure you get your tickets. It looks like Alyssa was first, so she's going to get the tickets. As you can see, everybody, there's a nice breeze blowing here on the beach. So come on down and enjoy the great weather down here on Fort Myers Beach. I want to tell you about a new sponsor, not really a new sponsor, but they renewed. It's a renewed sponsor. Our friends Alana and the team at the Beach Pottery, 17980 San Carlos Boulevard. They are right as you make the turn to come on the beach on the right-hand side. And you know how you can tell where they are? Because they got lots of pots outside. And the pots don't say made in China. A lot of the pots say made in Vietnam because they're imported from Vietnam. She purchased them directly from the manufacturer, so they have the best pricing in town. And, of course, the best selection. I went to Lowe's yesterday to get some Roundup. Some vinegar. And, I saw some pots out front, and they were cheap, and they were chipped, and they were really shitty pots. And I thought, man, those are probably made in China. And they're probably selling them by bulk in China. So I said, they don't. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. I'm a one-man show here today. You know how that is over there, right? And then I thought, well, Alana would laugh at these pots because she's got the real deal over there. And she's got over an acre of pots, not just a few sitting out front next to the lawnmowers. They don't sell lawnmowers at Beach Pottery, but they do at Lowe's. She's got 8,000 of them, like thousands and thousands and thousands. So you can go over there and you can find a little pot if you want to put some pot or whatever you grow in your house. None of my business. But you can put whatever you want in that pot, or you can get a big pot and put a plant in it, or probably one of these trees. You can put all kinds of stuff in these pots. They're gigantic. And then they got the chainsaw guy in the back who's carving out really cool things. So when you go to Beach Pottery on San Carlos Boulevard, make sure you say, I heard Ed reading about the Vietnam pots. Can you kind of give me the Vietnam tour? Because I want to see all the Vietnam pots. Thank you again to Alana and Beach Pottery and to all of our sponsors and to everybody subscribing to our newsletter, which comes out every Tuesday and Friday. The wife will be back next week, and we're lining up guests. Everything gets back to normal in August, but we're lining up guests. We're going to talk about let's see, real estate on the beach. We've got that lined up. We've got the folks from the Art Association coming in a few weeks. We got a whole bunch of great guests coming up. And, of course, our website is always up to date with news. And we ask you to support us because Kim needs to do this full time because this is her dream job, everybody. She wants to be a podcaster. I know you didn't know that about her, but she really wants to retire a podcaster. and right off into the Podcasting Hall of Fame. There is a Podcasting Hall of Fame, and she would make the Podcasting Hall of Fame because she's just that good at it. So go to supportbtr.com and use the Venmo or the PayPal, or drop a check in the mail, or send us some Bitcoin if you know how to do that, some Satoshis, anything you'd like to send. By the way, the first $100 we are going to give to Derick for his cause, for his shirt. Even though Jason donated 100, we're going to give our first 100. So if I go back and open up the account and there's $0, we'll donate it ourselves, dear. Don't worry about it. These cheapskates don't want to help us out. Oh, I'm just kidding. All right, everybody, you have a great day. Come down to the beach. It is exactly 10 o'clock. Look at that, wife. We are out of here right on time. Bye-bye.